I think people can look at somebody like Grant and say, wow, like this person is so creative and thinks so much outside of the box. And like, he has this like X factor, right? And I think the thing that I realized more than anything is that like, maybe that's true, right? Maybe certain aspects of that is true. Like maybe he does have something that nobody else has. But what the one thing I know for sure about that guy is that he's a fucking beast. Like he will cook anybody under the table. Like he can jump on anybody's station and work it better than you. Like he's just a phenomenal cook. Like outside of like the chef aspect of it, like he's just a phenomenal cook. Like he can just do everything really, really, really well. And he's present. He's there all the time, right? Like even when, you know, Brochu left and we were like reopening the restaurant as a kind of a new concept with a new menu, the guy would be there like 8 a.m. in the morning and he'd be there until like 2 at night with us. Like he'd be texting us at, you know, 3 in the morning about different ideas, or just like come to the kitchen with like bags of food. And he had just been to like Chinatown, like dropping things off, like just obsessive, right? But the point that I'm trying to make with that is that like you have to put in the work. And like I thought that to myself, where I'm just like, this is not unattainable. Like this guy just put in the work. And like I respect and admire that aspect of him a lot, where I'm like, he's just about it, right?
Yeah. How long did it take for you to, if ever he was on a pedestal, but remove Chef Grant from a pedestal, or at least feel comfortable enough to just casually have a conversation? Because if you're working, there's this amount of pressure where you don't feel like this is the right time to ask certain questions.
Yeah, you know what? I think I like made it a point that I would do it like pretty much right away. I think like only because like I think everybody's like terrified of Chef, right? It's like when Chef comes around, like nobody talks. Everybody's got their head down. Like you go up to him and say, "Hello, Chef." Like you acknowledge that he's there. But you don't have these like sort of conversations. And like I think that I just would. I think I would just ask him questions sometimes, and he wants that. He wants to interact. Like the guy is a cook. You know what I'm saying? Like he loves hanging out with other cooks and other chefs and being in that environment and like engaging, right? Like, so if you also really care in that sense, like he'll engage back with you. So I have a tremendous amount of respect for, you know, him in general, right? Like if I look at, shoot, I mean, you know, having a 3-star Michelin restaurant for 20 years, dude, like, and I don't even know how many seats Alinea has, but I don't know, maybe 100, like they just have so many seats, like, and to do that kind of food for 20 years, consistently for 20, I'm like, it is not an easy feat. Like most 3 stars that I've been to, like have like 20 seats, 30, 40, right? Like,
was there ever a point where you felt like, why should we hold the Michelin Guide to this regard? Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video, you might even like this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe right here. I'll see you in the next one.